Yo, what's going on, guys? Flurpledur here, and today I've got another Skyblock Isles guide for you. In the previous one, I actually did a general beginner's guide. In this one, I'm actually going to be doing 5 early to mid-game items that you should be getting when you play on Skyblock Isles. First off, before I get into this video, I want to mention a couple of things. One, I'll be doing 2 guides a week, Saturday, Sunday, so be on the lookout for those if you guys are new to the server. On top of that, I stream this Monday and Friday every single week over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Flurpledur. The 5 items that I'm getting are very good items for progression, even some of them probably into late game. The first one I'm going to mention is actually the mount. Now, this one's a little bit weird because it's not technically an item, but it is definitely something you should get early game. Actually, funnily enough, another thing on my list is not technically an item, but is definitely also something you should get early game. So the way you actually get the mount is first by talking to this lady here. She will have a quest for you, which is the horse infection quest, which is an easy quest. All you gotta do is speak to her. She will tell you to check on her horse. I'm realizing I could be mistaken. I believe you actually speak to this lady right here for the quest. I'm not 100% sure. I did this a while back. Either way, you come here and someone here is going to have a quest for you. You speak to them, you go to the horse, notice the infection, and then all you have to do is go and get the medicine. Now, I will say you do need 25,000 gold, or I guess coins, to get the medicine. I have a video linked in the description that will help you with that. After that, you come here and you remove the infection. You gotta do I guess you don't have to do the race, but after that, you get access to mounts, which, as you can see, is super useful. Not only do you move faster, you also save stamina because the mount has its own stamina, and then when it runs out of stamina, you consume your own, and back and forth, back and forth. Now, the next one I'm going to cover is the Toolbox, which is actually right here. And what is the Toolbox? It is everything it lists here all in one. The knife, chisel, needle, sculpting tool, glass blower, and hammer all in one. Most of these you get, I believe, from your starter kit when you go and speak to Morgana. As you can see here, this is the menu of what it looks like. You can go and click into each one, and it will, well, let you craft things, such as the needle will let you craft arrows, this will let you do stuff with glass, this will let you sculpt with clay, and so on and so on. Of course, there's also the hammer, which will let you do any smithing as long as you have this in your inventory. The reason this is so good is because you can carry all of those items around in a singular item, but it is not that easy to get. One, you'll need a glass blower. If you're like me, you didn't have that, but if you go and speak to this lady right here, she will actually sell you a glass blower. There may be a few other items you'll need to get. You can check the general store for some of them, and I believe she has one of the others, such as, I think it was the sculpting tool. The next thing you're going to want to do is, actually, I'm going to show you on the voxel map. You want to follow this trail all the way across this bridge and south to Professor Birch. If you played enough on the server, that might sound familiar. There's a quest called Lost Kitty, where you gotta speak to Billy up in the top floor, I guess the second floor, of the general store. When you speak to Billy, he will actually have you go to Professor Birch, so you might as well get them both out of the way if you haven't already. I should let you know, by the way, that this trail is not very safe. Watch out for robbers if you're coming this way early game. You could potentially die. So this is the bridge. Once you get here, you just take a right, and you should see Professor Birch's house right there. Now, I should mention, you don't need to do the Lost Kitty quest to actually do this. It just helps if you don't have it done already. You might as well make this trip once. Once you come here and speak to him, you will see he actually has a shop. There's 2 things he sells. One of them is enchanted wool, but we're not after that. The other is the crafting recipe for the Toolbox. It costs 3,000 coins, which is fairly easy to get, 6 cheese pizza slices, and 10 carrot juice. Obviously, that's a little bit of a grind. For starters, to get pizza, you actually need 22 cooking. I highly recommend it, though. And all you really need is to cook it once, so you just need 2 dough, 2 tomatoes, 1 cheese, and it'll cook up 6 pizzas. The other one, on the other hand, is a little bit more difficult. That is carrot juice. You need to make 10 of these, and it makes 1 per ingredient. So you need 6 carrot, 1 sugar, 1 honey, 1 glass bottle to make 1 carrot juice. But if you make 10 of them, you can come here with your cheese pizza slices and carrot juice and coins, and you can buy this recipe. And once you have it, that is the easy part, because again, all you need is those items in your inventory. Go to any crafting table, right-click it with the book, and you can craft the toolbox. Now, this next one is actually a little bit more simpler. I probably should have opened up with this. It is the tiny backpack. It is definitely something you want to try and aim for as soon as you get on the server. It is actually right here for 1,800 gold. It holds 5 items inside of it, which is, I mean, just super convenient. Alright, so this next item that I'm going to show you guys actually kind of makes the previous one pointless. If you want to, you could probably speedrun and get to this one prior to getting the tiny backpack, and that is the small backpack. Now, there's 2 ways that I know of you can get this, one of which you can actually kill the robbers along the paths, and you have a chance of getting it from their drops, or you can come to Percy Jackson here, who is at the mine you pass on your way to Professor Birch's. When you speak to him, he has this small backpack, but it costs you 5,000 coins, 5 brick, and 1 codfish sandwich. Now, that's actually not that hard to get, so honestly, you might want to just skip to this one. To make the codfish sandwich, though, you do need to complete a quest, so I guess arguably that makes it a little more difficult. The quest you need to complete is the sandwich artist. Unfortunately, I don't know the requirements for this. I don't have it up. I could probably check my alt account, but I can throw it in editing maybe. But you need to complete that quest, which will give you the recipe for a codfish sandwich. So if you've done that already, or if you do that real quick, you'll have the 1 codfish sandwich that you need. Aside from that, you need bricks, which is in the artisan skill. I believe that is sculpting. And that is level 3 artisan and costs 2 clay. That is not bad. You can do that super easy, and you can actually mine clay here if you don't have any. Now, this last one, I don't have to go anywhere for this one. This one, again, is more of a, I guess, a skill path that you should go down rather than an item, just like how this is not really an item either. And that is magic. I highly recommend you go down magic as early as possible. At the very least, until you get to level, I would say probably 15. 12, you can use Vigor, which will help you level up faster, and it gives you stamina regen. It is a very good spell. You can use it once every 2 minutes, and it's actually pretty cheap. The other one is Vitality. Same deal, a little more expensive, and it's 2 more levels higher than Vigor, but it gives you HP, which makes food almost irrelevant. The last one, and why I recommend 15, is the Wharf Molo teleport, because teleporting, it's very cheap, honestly, and it actually gives a lot of experience. But once you get to 15, you can just fly through the magic, and it just makes life so much more convenient. Another thing related to that, I would recommend spending more time on grinding money rather than trying to make runes. You can actually make a lot of money. Again, link in the description on the method. You can do that by fishing squids and selling them, and then you can actually go to here in the magic forest and buy all the runes you need, or even in the magic shop at Wharf Molo. But that's pretty much it for this video. Hope it was helpful. If you guys have any more questions or want to suggest a guide video, comment down below and I will try to get around to it. I have a couple of other ideas, but I will try to get around to as many as possible. Hope you guys did enjoy again, and leave a like if you did. I'll see you guys in the next one.